beard dye. If you're out there, give us a shout. You got my man Martel in the chair. New barber, shout yourself out.
How y'all doing, YouTube? New barber. My name is Martel Somerville. Getting a quick tutorial on his beard.
Rough and patchy. See where he's light here on the sides. We're gonna show you how you can fill that in if you hadn't used the beard dyes, or if you want to look at the technique. We're gonna use the product Kiss. But there's a million one of them out there. Let me get my YouTube face on. Let me get my camera contraption together here. Okay, if you out there, all right, always good to join you guys, hear from you guys. Shout out to the guys that's way out there in Australia and Colombia and stuff. That's encouraging me, and respect to the guys on the States. Always wanted to go international, something I ain't did yet. Help me out, Tom. Let's get closer to this. We want to get the shot on his beard. Show the chat, click show the chat messages on there.
I think it is.
Cool. Alright, we rocking. Get a little bit of dark. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we're going straight in, waste no time. Here's the product I'm going to use. I usually don't show top secret stuff like that, but so many people's using it that it doesn't matter. If you want to order some, give us a buzz, that's all. Kiss Express. I'm going to use K98 Black. Put a little bit in a little bit of dye dish. Can you see that? And I like to add a little bit of water because you can always darken him up. So I'll run my brush underneath the spigot here. You can't see that, but and just the water that's off the brush, I'll mix that in. Even if you paint it on a little darker, you can run a towel over it. And I'm essentially just going to draw on his face, but with the brush. This is about the same size. Just give you guys, of course when we do these videos, the teacher, I turn into Superman, right? The teacher comes out at me, the coach color. About half the size of your liner. So I'm going to use it almost like my liners, but opposed to taking the hair away, we're putting it on. Okay. That's about where I'm at.
People always want the bright side.
What I like to do is do the top line first. And if you want to say reference point, my reference point is the corner of the mouth. You want to move quick because it dries pretty quick and it can be pretty tough to get off. This is a temporary dye, opposed to like your vegan, Beijing, however you want to pronounce it, more of a permanent dye. So usually lasts the customer about 2 days or so. We'll be introducing different team members, like we say here. Martel is in the chair. He's just joined the team here at Colors Barbershop. This comes from my alma mater, the Akron Barber College in Akron, Ohio. The great city of Akron. You all know LeBron James town, about 20 minutes away from there. They're doing great. Cavs in the playoffs. Okay. That's basically where we want to be. I'm going to do the same thing the other side. Give you guys a better glimpse on that. Okay. There's where we're at. Do the other side. Help me out a little bit, Cameron. Actually, one of my other team members, Tony Lawson, aka Tone the Barber on Instagram. Check him out. He does a very phenomenal performance on the beards. And watch out for his videos. Put your chin up for me a little bit. So we're gonna play with this guy. He's got a nice routine he does across the front of the hairline and stuff. I'll let him do that. Shout out. So if you're out there, you're among over 13,000 subscribers. We appreciate you guys always. Give us some feedback. The weather's breaking. Pretty nice. We're in the Ohio area, so we get excited when we get one little bit of sun. But more importantly, the customers, the weather great. They want to look fresh, crispy. They're going to ask for these type of performances. You want to make sure you can perform. We don't want to send them to the barbershop down the street. You know what I'm saying? So again, I just want to make my line, my focus point. I'm going off the corner of each mouth, each corner to the mouth, and I'm traveling up. If you make a round shape with a pair of trimmers, you should be able to make a round shape with something, a brush something like this. That shape just like the trimmer blade is. I usually make my line and then come down. And again, you can water this product down a little bit so that it doesn't show up too dark. That would be my suggestion starting off, because you got a processing time or a drying time of maybe close to 5 minutes. And if it's too dark, it's almost too bad, and you're gonna do a lot of scrubbing or hunting around town to try to find some dye removers. There are dye removers that's available. Those are scary times. I've been there. And sometimes I dyed my own beard, put it on too heavy. I gotta pretty much keep scrubbing it with shaving cream or shampoo. So you don't think about that. Check it out. So again, you want to go one more trip over the top of that. And go down. And there we go. From there, I'm going to add a hair dryer. Help speed the process up a little bit. If you guys got other products you like, or even if you want to just have the conversation, I'm comfortable with that too. This ain't a one-way street. Yes, we'll have digital downloads for sale. If you hadn't checked our one download we have for sale, it's on Vimeo, or you can look at the credits below, and we'll have that information. It's Vimeo, Vimeo.com/Colors Barbershop. And there'll be more that we're loading up, but that's available now. You can rent it for $5, buy it for $10, and eventually watch out for the ones with bill or die. All right, so just a hair dryer over the top of that. We're gonna help lock that in. And again, I'm using this as a filler. His skin tone versus that, I wanted to go just a little darker, but not too dark. If you got a fancy event or he likes it and you want to go darker, that's fine. All right. All right, next move I'm gonna do is just add a little bit of shaving cream. You can use whatever. I'm gonna use Barbasol. It's one of my favorites. It's an Ohio product out of Dublin, Ohio. The great state of Ohio. OHIO. I'm gonna touch your head just on that top line, and I want to move quick because I really don't want that soap to wash too much of it off. That's the chance I'm taking, and hopefully I didn't water it down too much. If you water it down too much, you're gonna do the whole process all over because it's gonna take too much off. But I'd rather have barely a line than too dark of a line. Appreciate that. If you're watching and want to shout your city out, we only got 5 people, 1 thumbs up. Appreciate the thumbs up. Where you from? Thumbs up. Okay, so that's what I want. I ran a towel over top of it. This is a safe enough product if you really wanted to keep it on there or just tap it. But you can do that and don't have to worry about washing it off. But the customer can wash it off in the shower. You can just put it on as a filler. But I like to run a towel. Number 1, it lets me know it worked if I barely have any dye on there. And then number 2, it makes me feel comfortable that I actually got, yeah, twist that a little bit. Yeah, it makes me feel comfortable. I got the dye off of the skin, and let me know how much is actually coming off of
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. Appreciate that. It's good motivation when we have conversation across the internet. You know, makes it a smaller world for all of us, right? You're in the shop, Dallas, Texas. Talk to us. Waco, Texas. Appreciate you guys. I've been following you 4 years. Glad to see you back, bro. Appreciate you. With no you, there's no us. But are you in the barbershop? You in school? Have you been doing any of these dyes? Let's talk about that today. We may keep the cameras running a little bit after the actual performance, just so we can create the dialogue too. Where you at? Indiana. Appreciate you. Who's your town? That's the Big Ten. Welcome aboard. Who's your town? Tell you another thing we're thinking about doing is like online classes, like where you guys pay and just log in. How many people think that's a good idea? It's something we've been flirting around with, so we can have a conversation without me cutting. Chris Golden, I need more videos. Where you from, Chris? And what would you like? What videos would you like? For 6 years, he was in Texas.
Yeah, that's the dude from Waco, Texas.
Okay. Ask him, cutting in the shop.
From Waco, Texas, you cutting in the shop, yo? Somebody said they commented they're doing it for 6 years. I don't know which one it was.
You can touch that.
Oh yeah, he said he been cutting for 6 years. A dude from Waco, Texas.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good idea. I appreciate that, Indiana. How many other people would enjoy that? That's something we're thinking about launching here. We did a ton of free videos and stuff, but it'd be a minimum price, and we can actually go in, question and answer. I think the live feature on YouTube is huge. You know, we can figure it out. All right, so let's go back to this dye. How many people is actually using these temporary dyes on the beard? That's fine. Let's have a conversation. What do you like? What products are you guys using?
Oh, he want to see a step-by-step burst fade. One cat just commented on there. He said he's still in barber school.
Oh, okay. What school you at?
I'm talking about how to put some on my hair, dude.
That's the Chris Golden cat.
Okay. Indiana?
No, I want to say that's Dallas, Texas. Yeah, that's the cat from Dallas, Texas.
Mike J. White, Faux Hawk. I'm not familiar. If you want to text us or put in the link or in your comment, like if they got a YouTube or who's Mike J. Young, you know?
I don't. You can look him up.
Yeah, give me a picture or something to a reference, and I'll look up that Faux Hawk. We can do it. We'll get it.
Chris Golden, he's in Dallas Barber College.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
That Fred was
Tell me, I'll flip around this way. Give me a good.
it was something I almost did the other day.
Okay. What, just sit straight for me? Alright, so a lot of time what I'll do my line up upside down because I want to save where I put the color at. So I don't want to dig into the line at least just yet. So I'll go here and just give me right above the line, and I'll travel up because I know I'm coming right back down with my razor. So I don't beat up the skin too much. I do this with a light hand. What you see, that ash is basically the spritz line or the hairspray that I put on there. I just want to separate the dye from the skin. I just want those stubbles off. But I know for a fact my razor blade is gonna get closer than any trimmer. So I'm gonna load my blade up and just go back over it. I don't know what time we started. That's 15 minutes, and I'm running my mouth. So you could knock, if you did 40s in an hour because I'm pretty much done. 20 minutes gives you 3. I get $20 of beard nowadays. If you do a beard trim with a razor line, it's $10. If I put dye in it, I'm making $20 on a beard. I have several $20 beard customers. They may try to get me to shave their head, but they barely got anything on there. I'll run over that with some trimmers. But people are paying $20 at least in this area, which is Ohio. So especially if you're in a bigger city, you want to make sure you can perform when people's asking for that. Okay, see how nice that is once you come down with your blade and it meets, where the hair meets the dye, and it uses it as a filler rather than like, oh, you dyed your beard. You want to kind of camouflage it if you can. Say, man, that's a really sharp line. Well, hashtag cheat code, you know? We put a little bit in there as a filler. It's in the game, and it shows up real nice. When I do my own, my self-esteem go up. Right? I got some empty spots in my beard, so you want to treat your customers to that same what am I saying? Effect, or that same. I'm gonna give them that same treatment, I guess. In a minute here, I may have one of our barbers like videotape me doing my own. That's a good place to practice. On your own, if it goes too dark, whose fault is it? It's your fault. Right? So anyway, so those are some things we're talking about today. That's just like a quick money maker for you. Appreciate you guys. We can stay on for a little bit. Like I said, I'll probably do mine. It's a little slow Wednesday, and we just figure we pull out the camera. All right, who else we got? Let's see. Can you also do a video on how to do a straight crisp lineup? Yes, we can. Who is that? That's Dallas Barber College. Tell you what, Dallas Barber College, why don't you give us a call one day? 330-455-455-SHOP. Because, I love the barber industry, period, especially students. I taught for a long while for the Andis Clipper Company. And after that, during those times and even after that, I worked in the barber schools. I like that. It kind of pulls the coach out in me and kind of had those guys in the think tank. Get y'all ready. Fundamentals is big. Get y'all ready with the basics before you actually get out of the school. So it might be something we can do where talk to your school if they got the budget. They bring me and maybe a team member or two down there. We do a day workshop, something like that. It'll be friendly, price wise, but anyway, we can look into it. If you're interested, give us a call. Never been to Dallas, but you got one of our own down there, Ezekiel Elliott, you know, OHIL. Maybe we get Zeke in the chair. That'd be sweet. Okay, I'm gonna just touch up his hair a little bit since we're at it. Somebody asked about a crisp line. I want y'all to see my other barber, Tones, performance on that front line. He'll black out a beard and do a blackout line. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna do one really quick, but he got real detailed performance as well. Just because you guys asked for it, we'll just show you how you can paint that into the front line. But these are some of the things that customers are asking for, and even people are doing across the world. Nowadays, we're in an information era where you can pull everything up on Instagram and stuff. If you hadn't seen our Instagram, it's Colors Barbershop. And again, the videos, feel free to watch us. A little over 50 videos. If you're just chiming in today, give us a shout out and help get you where you need to be. Okay, I'm gonna do his front line really quick. What I like to do, like in a situation like this, I'm gonna just trim down the edges. And again, we're just talking using this as a filler. The focus was the beard, so the title is gonna stay the same. But since you asked, whoever asked about a real crisp lineup, show you how you can use this. All right, what I'm gonna do this time, I'm gonna take the comb. I'm gonna actually comb this up and almost out of the way. Another thing I'm gonna do, see how the customer's eyebrows are? This is little key stuff that matters, and his forehead is. So close your eyes. You see what just happened? That just helped me out. Go ahead and bring your eyebrows up again. Little stuff like that changes the shape up here, which can kind of make a difference how sharp that is. Go ahead. You ain't got to close your eyes tight, but just relax. Yep. All right, so then I'm gonna paint up. Hopefully my arm's not in the way. Here we go. And again, I'm looking for light spots. I want it closest to the natural line so it doesn't look like a costume job. But we are gonna use the color just to fill in the blanks, so to speak. Actually, if you want to do the front line, Tom?
Nah.
Nah? We'll let him pick his customer and then do his routine on that. All right, so I'm looking for light spots, and I'm painting up to prevent too much, I guess, overhang, if that's a word. I don't want to paint it so where it's just the skin. I want it to blend in with the hair. This is a great tool to use or approach to use if you got a situation where the last customer or the last barber who cut your customer kind of went into the line a little bit, or there's just some regrowth issues. You can paint it exactly back where it was supposed to grow at, or if someone's going light and they got pictures and stuff like that. Use that approach with Chloe's chair. Oh, we already there. Alright, so you can kind of see there. You come over this side real quick. Go ahead and zoom in for me if you could, Tom. You good right there. Just zoom in. I want them to see the before and after. We're good. You see on this side where it's got the light spots, and you can see where it's going to fill in. Alright, let's do this. A little more dye in there real quick. So again, I gotta say thanks again if you just chiming in, and again repeat what I was saying earlier as far as us having a conversation about the dye. Feel free to ask any question. Are you guys using dye currently? What's some of the issues you're having? And what are some of the results you're finding? So is it working for you or not? That's what we're talking about today.
And I was just, Daddy, how do you say that? Joe, I am.
Again, more comments is better, so that gets my wheels spinning. If you're out there, want to shout your city out, shout your barbershop out, go ahead and do that, and we'll make sure we, you know what you need. All right, so I'm just finishing this side. All right, so I'm gonna go in a little bit. All right, so same thing here. I'm gonna use a hair dryer over top. Just to lock him in. Too hot. Be careful, sometimes we get numb to hot clippers and we might not feel as hot on my hand as it is forehead, so I don't want to scorch anybody out. Again, I use a towel to just take off some of the excess color. I want to kind of keep it dark. And I'm going to put a little bit of spritz, a little holding spray on top of it. I'm saying spritz, it could be holding spray, hairspray, any of those will work. One more trick with the hair dryer. When you're working with your hair dryer, be careful and mindful that it's heating the hair up, and eventually it can start to break off. Over the years, some of the customers I've been cutting every week, every 2 weeks, we actually took a step back from the hair dryer. It can dry naturally. You know, you can give it a couple minutes. That's just to speed up the process. The more trips you make with that hair dryer over that front line, the more brittle it's going to start to be. Just something to keep in mind. Especially if you guys have been barbers, you know that spritz that people were using that was real thick, was starting to break people's hair off. So I'll shift it and start using just a regular hairspray. Okay, and I'm just gonna go put the trimmers exactly up to where we actually put our color at. You get a real nice sharp and dark effect. On the bottom line, so we'll cruise over that. The cool thing about those beard dyes, usually you're just doing the top line. I may put some color down towards the bottom, but I don't really stress it unless it's a situation that really calls for it. You just hit that top line and give a sharp effect and allow everything else to be natural. Somebody needs something that's Do you have to use any alcohol with the dye? No, you don't. If you use alcohol, it will help to erase. The dye can be used as a dye remover. Some of the dye removers that's on the market might be a cream base. Some of them may have an alcohol base, depending on what product you choose. But that's something to do some research. I don't have a dye remover. I'm pretty confident doing the dye. But if I got stuck in a situation where it showed up too dark, I would definitely resort to my alcohol or my shaving cream in order to kind of get rid of some of the color. Hopefully that answers your question. Okay, so the mustache I usually keep natural. Take flight after a long day, let the song play. Some prefer to crack a bottle, pour a drink, and others prefer a strong gin. I'm high off flight, two-stepping and tongue talk. Different languages, amazing how the drum talk. Alright, so you can see the top line to match with that. Jesus in the bathroom store, holy crap. Everything a perfect gift from above, right? So here we now in the present to show us love, right? Next. That's a love day, party late night. Slow the beat down, let it shake right. In my home state time. Turn the clock back, turn it up, save the daylight. That's a love day, party late night. Slow the beat down, let it shake right. In my home state time. Turn the clock back, turn it up, save the daylight. Alright, so this one's almost done. Appreciate y'all chiming in. If you got any last minute questions, now would be a good time to ask it. If you can't think of it or just want to post something, just want to ask some things later, you can always call me personally, 330-455-SHOP. We'll be hanging around the shop today. It's around 2 o'clock Eastern time. We usually finish up around 6. You can give a call, we'll answer questions, or you can shoot us a message, because even though this is YouTube live, it'll be posted and it'll be up there as a regular video right after we're done. So you can always leave a message underneath Until then, God bless you guys. Use your job, pull your die out, make the extra money. I hope y'all do well in the industry. And hit the goals, break some records today. Make it epic. In a minute, Coach Color, Color's Barbershop, YouTube channel. Let's get him close up. Dallas have a 214 area code. I would be calling you. It's all good. Thank you, sir. Yeah, shout out to the Dallas Barber College. I appreciate you chiming in. I'm gonna get ready if you worry about any of these little markings, a little bit of alcohol. Whoever asked that question, I use alcohol or sea breeze at the end of the haircut. That's just build up from our hairspray. Of course, you can get rid of that. So there's our finishing product. A little shiny, a little bit of spritz. Let me get that off of there for you. Gonna hold your head back. So again, if you look close, off the corner of each mouth. Sorry, was that hot? Was that a little hot? No. All right, till next time.